Sometimes you feel like a nut.
Hello, truckers. Welcome back to American Truck Simulator. It's been months. I know, since, well, the Christmas video I guess I put out, so it has been a while, so I am going to be extremely rusty. Very rusty. Let's pull in here. I have a load, I do believe. I hope it's still here. We will find out here. Freight market, is it still here? So this is where we're at. We're at Valdosta, Georgia, and we're going to go to Charlotte, North Carolina with this scraper 40 ton. It should be fun, especially for my first ride in, like I said, well, actually it's over 3 months now. Offer expires. Doesn't say when it really needs to be there. Doesn't look like a rush delivery at all. I'm hoping I can remember what a lot of my keys do. There's my beacons. Alright, so we got my beacons going. Cindy's hasn't left her chair. She's very anxious about everything. Yep, so let's back on up to this. And hopefully I can remember how to do some of this stuff. Just trying to remember where some of my keys on my keyboard are, or on the steering wheel, which ones do what. Am I in? I am not in. You would think that was pretty good. Really? There we go. Precise kingpin parking is what, I forgot what that is actually called. So it's 469 miles. Do I need the third axle down? I'll step out of the truck so you can see the paint job I got for today. I got my Headless Horseman going on. Right there. I took the Grinch off because, well, Christmas is over. I don't think I need... what button is it? That should be up. I don't think I need that down at all. We'll see how the truck handles. Yeah, I think we are set to go. The wear on the truck... Oh yeah, that button was for my wipers. I hit the wrong button. So, I think we're set to go. The wear on the truck basically is from just tire wear. When I went to the garage to get the paint job done, I took a quick look at it, and that's all it is. It's mostly tire wear and like 2% engine, transmission, all that kind of stuff. I'm so used to playing Farming Simulator with like no traffic, so really, I shouldn't be taking a load this big on my first trip in 3 months, but, you know, let's see if I can get it there with no damage. That'd be really good. So yes, we are playing on the coast-to-coast map. It just got updated actually yesterday, I do believe. I am recording this on, what did it say, the 6th of April? That car ran into me. I still get upset with ATS with that crap. I hope he didn't damage my trailer. No, he did not. Alright. Still AI traffic, you gotta love it. Why does GPS bring me like down these side streets? I mean, it's my fault. I mean, I should be checking the GPS before I leave, make sure I'm not doing this zigzaggy stuff. Oh, and I would get a car coming. Yep, gear grinding. So I'm so used to farming sim where I'm not shifting. It's like, I'll just slow down and go. It's like, no, you gotta shift gears. I'll do the old AI traffic thing where you just kind of bully your way out. So, yes, ATS is back. I think this is going to be the Wednesday video when I have time to record it, but I think I'll have time to. I'll do it on the weekends maybe. Of all loads I picked, the only reason why I picked this load because I was down here, and when looking at the coast-to-coast map, like I said, it's been since Christmas, so they've added a lot of roads in North Carolina. So I wanted to go there, and well, here we are. So a trip from Georgia to North Carolina. Not a long trip, but with me driving, it could be. And plus now with my new PC and graphics card and everything, I want to see how ATS runs on maximum graphics. Before I was just running on high graphics. Now what's it called, like ultra? So it's good to know that most of the mods are still working. Jazzy Cat's traffic, most of them go back to like patch 1.33. So we might see some red cars here or there. Hopefully nothing that crashes the game. I've done that before, thinking, oh, everything's fine. Then all of a sudden you get that one car in a traffic mod that just does not load and it crashes the game. I'm too busy looking around at things, so yeah, I may not stay in the lanes as well as I probably should have, right, Cindy? I'm surprised Cindy never wears her seatbelt over there. That's really bad for you, especially with my driving. And plus, I want to get back into ATS once a week because, well, you know, Washington will be coming out at some point. So yeah, I want to get my driving skills kind of back up to where they used to be. I used to play ATS a lot. Before I started making YouTube videos about a year ago, I used to play it a lot. Like, so this profile, I'm like level 60... set my cruise control. I'm at level 63. I got another profile that's like level 30, and another profile is like level 15. Just zoom right along here in our lovely little Volvo. Yeah, getting used to driving ATS again. I think feels like I must have a dead zone in the settings. I kind of forgot what the settings were. It feels like there's a little bit of a dead zone. It's not bad, I can deal with it. We'll drive on. It's only 400 miles. We shall get there. As we watch the money go up in the bottom corner, it looks like my company is getting up, we're getting enough cash. I think I got the maximum amount of drivers that allows you to have, oh, I forgot now, is it 250? So yeah, we got garages and trucks, spend a lot of money and all that stuff, but that's how you get them. One thing, I do know there's mods out there that I think it's like real economy. But boy, if you start a real economy on a profile, it would take you forever just to start getting trucks. But I can remember when I first started playing Truck Simulator. Of course, it was Euro Truck back in the day, and I don't think I bought my first truck until I was like level 19 or whatever. And after doing a couple of profiles on that, I realized, by level 2, you can pretty much get your own truck, and you got to dive right in and get in your own truck because you definitely get paid a lot better having your own equipment. Even though it could be the worst truck in the game, as long as you're taking small loads, which you usually are when you're a beginning profile, your profit margin is a lot better. And then what you do once you can afford a lot better truck, you just keep the other truck and hire a driver for that one. So it'll be interesting. I do believe we're going up through Atlanta, Georgia. Well, we'll be going around Atlanta, Georgia. But when we get up in the Charlotte area is where we're going. That's kind of an area I haven't been to yet. Looks like I need to exit here. Probably should slow down with the 40-ton vehicle behind me, but you know what? When you got momentum, yeah, we're fine. We are fine. Yeah, so first thing I had to do when I logged on to ATS, I started the game like, oh, that's right, all my profile data and all that is on the old hard drive. So I had to fire up the old PC in the other room, take the files out of ATS and swap them over to the new PC. So that took me a while. That was true on a lot of games. Of course, you have on whenever you change your hard drive over. Some of your save games do go on your hard drive. Of course, a lot of your saves can go to the cloud, but it doesn't have personal details about your save game, so it's good to have that. And of course, I had to copy over all of my mods. Yep, last time I did an ATS video was the Christmas special, I guess you can put it. So I just, I had the winter mod and cranked up chance of rain to 100%, so it just snowed on the entire drive through California. I think we were going, yeah, on the coast of California, I think. And it was just like snowing. Of course, there was like snow on the road, and I wouldn't recommend really watching the video now because basically in the background you just hear a lot of Christmas music, so I don't think you want to be hearing that in April. The only thing about taking this load though to North Carolina is I don't know what it is about Trucking Simulator, but the best part for me I always find is when you get to your destination, your delivery point, and you got to park the trailer. But with a trailer like this, it's going to be just one of those pull-in ones, I think. It's always fun trying to back up, but maybe on my first drive, maybe it's a good thing I'm not backing up. We'll get over here so in case this goes back down 2 lanes, our fellow trucker can merge in. It looks like it's going to stay 3 lanes. Yeah, we'll move back over. No, 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 no. Call him on the CB and give him a talking to right there. I can understand if the lanes were merging just like that. He had time. So the one thing I have noticed about this Volvo with the 3rd axle back there, I always find, I think I had a modded trailer that delivery that was 80 tons, and that's about the only time I really wanted to use the 3rd axle. If I put down the 3rd axle right now, the steering would just be really weird. But even 40 tons, I don't seem to need the 3rd axle. And I kind of forgot I need to change Toucan Sam up there because Yeah, that is just a little bit annoying. I remember putting that up maybe like 2 episodes ago, I think it was. So I was up there for the Christmas special even, and every time I think, I need to change that, and I keep forgetting it. You don't notice it when you're just driving in town, and because it's not shaking around as much. And then you get on the highways, and it starts dangling, like, what is that up there? Ah, yes. Mr. Toucan's ham. So we are riding with our beacons on. We got blue ones. We got blue strobe lights. The reason why I do, and I don't know if it's been fixed, is I put the orange ones on, and this is when patch 1.32 or 3.3 came out. For some reason, the orange strobe lights, which is a mod that I have for the strobe lights, it crashed the game. So I don't know if that's been fixed or remedied, but I'll just stick with the blue strobes for now because it works. Whoa, 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 whoa. Yeah, okay. I really wasn't paying attention. Like, there's traffic in front of me. They should be going down. They're going down the off ramp, right? No, I'm not sure. It's a car that's broken down, I suppose. I have yet to really run into the detour thing, so I don't know if that. I don't think that was a detour. Well, my GPS is telling me to go this way. It didn't give me opposite route. I can just drive around it. Here come the comments. That was a detour, apparently. And I'm just going through it. Well, if it is a detour, I'll tell you one thing, though. We should have the road to ourselves, right? But I thought the detours were supposed to be a little bit more obvious than that because, well, whatever. Here we are. I'm definitely not turning around with this thing. No way, sir. Yeah, the traffic is very quiet in this road all of a sudden. Every time I drive through a section like this, I always think of, and I don't know if anyone still plays it, I never played it, but I used to watch Squirrel play My Summer Car, and apparently in there, and I've only seen it once, where a moose, they got, well, is it mooses or mises? Well, a moose will run across the road and you can run into it. Imagine if they had that in ATS or ETS. I just think of it in a situation like we are right now. Set cruise control back where it was. Imagine just going down here and all of a sudden a deer runs out in front of you. Now, obviously, you're going to win the battle with the deer. Moose, wouldn't be as much fun either. But you definitely would damage the front of your truck. So is this the situation at hand here? Yeah, just ignore me. So apparently that was a detour I was supposed to go around. So that's my first encounter with the detour, I was supposed, but I was thinking that when there's a detour came up and you got close to it, your GPS would switch over for you. So I guess now we're running into more traffic, because I suppose we're through the mayhem. That's not a fun situation for the emergency crew, just sitting there dealing with the situation they're dealing with. All of a sudden here comes a Volvo truck with a 40-ton load behind him, doing about 60 miles an hour, whatever we were doing at that time. Okay, that button's my horn. Like I said, it's been over 3 months since I've been in the truck, so trying to get familiarized myself where all the controls and buttons are on my G27 steering wheel, what does what. Cindy still looks calm over there after, you know, going through the emergency situation that we just did. Alright, 160 miles to go to Charlotte, North Carolina. So I assume when we get close to there, I'm going to see if the scenery changes. This is just your basic highway scenery, sometimes in coast to coast. When you get to worked areas, you really start to see it. We're in South Carolina, and I just didn't get a quick look at that billboard there, but I saw Charlotte there, but I didn't see how many miles. But we don't need to, because we can just peek down at the is this called a glance mod, interface mod? I love that interface mod down at the bottom. When I saw that, I fell in love with it immediately. All the information you really need to know down there. The one thing I wish we could use was a little bit more detailed is the mail system. I mean, really only when you start a profile is when you get mail from the bank saying, hey, we'll give you a loan, or you can buy, you know, your garage situation. But after about level 4 or 5, once you have your truck and everything going and you're not overdrawn on your bank account, the only time I think I got mail is when I did the DLCs for heavy cargo pack or whatever, and you'll get mail saying, oh, you can now get these special trailer loads out of these cities. And then that's all you get. But it feels good to be back in the Volvo. I really should, though, try once in a while, and I hate to because I do love this truck that much. Just use other trucks once in a while. Are you delivering those animals to my farm in Hawke's Bay, sir? And for those of you not following along in Farming Simulator 19, I'm doing a Let's Play in Hawke's Bay with quite a few animals. So today, obviously, we're going to Charlotte, North Carolina. We're going to try to make ourselves over to the West Coast. Haven't been on the West Coast. Well, I did the obviously the Christmas special in California, and I teleported to Georgia here just to take this over to Charlotte. I just saw that in the map. I said, anything going to Charlotte. So as you know, when you do job descriptions or job searches, you can go destinations. I was looking for something from, you know, anything to Charlotte at a reasonable distance. I didn't want something that I had a job from Seattle to Charlotte, North Carolina. And I'm thinking, that's a long video. I have done a drive like that before. When Coast to Coast first came out, I think I took a job from Florida to Seattle. And I said to myself, we're just gonna sit down and drive all the way through. I think it was like in real life, a 3-hour drive. It was, of course, different back then. Of course, now we're going back 3 years now, roughly about 3 years. I'm not letting that cop car in. Are you crazy? Yeah, so it's been about 3 years ago, and of course, Coast to Coast map is nothing like it is today. Thanks to all the modders who work on the Coast to Coast map, I do appreciate it. A lot of us do appreciate it. all the work you guys put into it. Definitely has made ATS a much better game to play. I know a lot of people are upset at SCS for, you know, put out maps faster, and, you know, it's not as big as ETS, and hopefully I think SCS said that about 6 months ago they're going to hire more people to, you know, to do mapping. Because I know we've talked about this before. If they just do 1 to 2 states a year, we'll never get the whole USA on ATS. It'll be like in version ATS 5 or something. Oh, okay, I was getting ready to slow down just a little bit, but you want to move in that lane? That's fine with me. Yeah, so my ATS videos, as you see, I'm going to just go ahead and drive mostly in cab. So this is a really weird thing about me. So in ATS, I really need to drive first person. Once I go out of the cab and try to drive, it's not fun. I'm everywhere. In games like Farming Simulator, I much rather drive in third person, outside of the cab. So don't ask me why. No, I'm not turning here. I thought we were. Probably shortly, because we only got 34 miles. At least I did remember when before I started recording, it was actually like 2 o'clock in the morning. At least I remembered the dev command to set what time of day you want it to be. I think it's time maybe I kind of ease it. Whoa, 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 dude. Thank you very much for that. Appreciate it. Although I realize the traffic in front of you is not doing the best. Looks like I need to be in the right-hand lane, because it looks like we're getting ready to exit. So obviously, since I haven't played in a while, I'm kind of noticing in the bottom left-hand corner once in a while what my drivers are up to. It looks like a lot of them are turning with no loads, but that usually happens when there's been a patch update. For some reason, all your drivers are like, I can't find nothing, and they all return back to the home base. So hello, Charlotte. How you doing? A little laggy there. Pretty sure the town is Charlotte, or I should probably say the city, is loading in. That doesn't look good. I'm not even going to ask how you got over there. Now it's 40 miles an hour down here, so we'll crank it up just a bit. Have a quick look around town here. I kind of forgot who I'm bringing this to. What button brings that up? I don't know. I should have checked it a long time ago, because now I shouldn't be checking it when I'm driving in town. Right-hand turn, I'm taking both of these lanes. You guys are going to let me go, huh? Oh, come on, I was doing so good and I grind gears here. Oh, why did you have to come into the turning lane? That was uncalled for. I mean, I didn't need to turn it that wide either, but still. I got my beacons on. Looks like our destination is going to be... I was wondering if it was going to fit underneath that. It has scarred me for life. One time on ETS2 with Pro Mods, I even forgot where I was driving. But being Pro Mods, of course, not a base map. I had the yacht, which is part of the DLC, and I was just cruising right along, and I thought I was going to fit underneath every bridge, and I came across a bridge I did not fit under. So every time I see a bridge, sometimes I kind of cringe just a little bit. Right here seems like it might be a good spot to kind of come on out. We're going to stop right here in the middle of traffic. And this is going to be a good spot for taking a screenshot, I think. Alright, now you guys are back. I figured no sense to you sitting there watching me taking a photo of the thumbnail, because you've already seen it probably. Or some people sometimes just click. Sometimes I do that, not really pay attention to the thumbnail. Yeah, so it looks like we're driving straight ahead. Hey, Dave. Thank you, Dave. Portland Cargo Central. Skip parking. Why would I skip parking? This is like the easy one. Are they lowering? Oh, I'm hitting the wrong button probably. There we go. Excelente. So other than... And I'm not going to take blame for this. Oh, looks like we leveled up. Awesome. I don't know what it really does at this point once you have everything unlocked. Yeah, other than at the beginning where I took the corner and the car kind of ran into me, I totally blame that car. I mean, the beacons are on. I mean, he basically hit my ass end. Come on now. But that was a nice drive. Not too bad. I was hoping to see a little bit more of Charlotte. A little bit more detail in the coast to coast. Actually, what we'll do here is we'll come up here. Is it camera 0? Yeah, we can do camera 0. Let's turn the beacons on so that's not bothering us too much. Yeah, so I was hoping to see just a little bit more of Charlotte on the way in, but you know, like I said, hopefully once a week now, every Wednesday, hopefully we get an ATS video in for you guys. So stay tuned for that. I'll try to maybe do different paint schemes now and then. I got 4 of them personally, but there's only so much you can do sometimes. I don't have the time to do paint skins. Occasionally I do for special occasions. I mean, I did this one for Halloween right here, and I did the Grinch for Christmas. Of course, I got Mr. Peanut from Planters was one of my base schemes, and of course I got one I call Eagle. You can check back on the American Truck Simulator playlist and see some of those paint schemes, obviously. But not bad for my first drive in 3 months, driving a 40-ton... Is it a skidder or a paver or whatever it is? I kind of forgot now. Got here with no problems, but I mean, it was all interstate. Other than going through the detour, which apparently I need to learn about those a little bit more. But there you have it, guys. Thank you for watching the video. I hope you enjoyed it. I appreciate you watching as always. And I'll see you next time in American Truck Simulator next week. But until then, have a good one.